Emma here with Soul Sports. When it comes to innovation, I think of one brand, and that brand happens to be Nike. I got a special guest here with me today, and that is Joe. He is from Nike, ironically.
Hey Emmett. Hi guys, I'm here to talk to you about our all-new anticipated shoe, the Nike Epic React Flyknit. So Emmett, this shoe comes to you guys on February 22nd. I happen to have my pair here, so we can talk about it a little bit. This is an all-new shoe from us. It has all new technology in the midsole. The foam is completely different from any other foam that you guys have ever had out on the market.
Okay.
What we're going to compare it to the most is going to be along the lines of what we've had in your guys' past lineup, the Lunar foam. This is pretty much the next generation of what we got going in foam composites. So what makes this so great is how much lighter it is, how much more responsiveness it has to it. When we were talking to customers, they felt that they were sacrificing options when it came to buying shoes. They felt that they were sacrificing weight for cushioning, durability for responsiveness, things like that.
Sure, I can see that, yeah.
In order for us to make this shoe, we had to hit on all four of those levels. And that's really hard to do because they're kind of contradicting levels, right? You've got one thing that's wanting to be one way, but another thing that's wanting to be the other way. So making that is completely different. So when we came out with React Foam, we realized that we have EVA foams that are out on the market, and we've really been doing stuff with them for 30 plus years. And it wasn't that we just needed to revolutionize that foam, we needed to start working with a whole new way. So we've partnered up with our engineers and just other scientists to really kind of look at EVA foams and see what's out there and come up with our own stuff. And so this foam that we've got is our own Nike proprietary foam. It's never going to be anywhere else.
Right. No
other company's going to have it or anything like that. But the key thing is, this is, compared to what we've had in the past, that Lunar foam, lighter than the competition. But it's still giving you that cushion, that responsiveness, as well as that durability, which is just key things that we need to have.
That is great. I mean, the look of it is amazing. That's typical Nike, of course. Innovation colors. I mean, they're going to probably have some women's clothing that's going to go in line with this, some men's clothing. It's impressive. I mean, even if you're not a runner, you're going to see this at the gym. You're going to probably see this everywhere you go. But it is a running shoe, right?
Oh yeah, this is totally 100% a running shoe. We actually did a lot of testing. We've put this through about 17,000 miles of testing with runners. That's about 649 marathons if you count it up mileage-wise. So it is a tried and true running shoe. One of the funnest things that we have about our testers is we would shroud the shoe so they couldn't really see what it was. We'd give it to them, have them go out, do a test run, come back, and one of the key questions that we asked was, how many miles do you think is on the shoe? And on average, your runner would say, oh, probably about 15, 30 miles. They would think it was a pretty fresh shoe. We'd take that shroud off, and on the back of it, right here on the heel, we would have written down the number of miles that were on the shoe. And that average mileage was around 289, 305, things like that.
Yeah.
So that shoe had a lot of mileage, but it still feels just as fresh as it did when you first put it on. So that means when you put it on for your marathon, when you finish the marathon, it's going to feel just the exact same way, which is all coming down to that new revolutionized foam that we have, that React foam that's in it.
Yeah, and it's yours, so it's not going to be anywhere else.
It's not going to be anywhere else out on the market. You're only going to see it here.
Well, it looks pretty generous in that toe box. I mean, it looks very similar to other shoes that are out there, but what makes it a little bit different?
So this is an all one-piece upper. It's our Flyknit upper, and what we've really been able to do with Flyknit, we've used it in the past in other shoes, but where we're going with this one is we're just learning more and more ins and outs of what Flyknit can do and how it can be zoned to the targeted areas of the foot, right? So we're looking at areas where we need a little bit more space in that toe box for our toes to splay. We're looking for a little bit more structure and support in the midfoot and then the arch to hold that into place. And then we have that skin wrapped heel counter. So it's still flexible, but it still grabs that heel and feels like I'm contained and I'm going to also be safe in the shoe. And then we pair that with this TPU injected
looks like a
heel clip, basically. And that's going to help hold that heel in place so that we're still getting that structure and support that we need, but without sacrificing weight.
That's impressive. That really is impressive. Well, thank you, Joe, for coming out, and I appreciate it. It's always great to have a brand here to do a review of a shoe, a lot better than I can do. So we'll see you guys again.
See you soon.